Daniel here at the training ground for the open training session. Thanks for your time. But if it's possible, just take you right back to what happened last season and the madness at the end of the season and all the celebrations, the open top bus tours and what have you. Just give us a sense of when you got away, just you with your family over the summer. Was it able to sink in? Was there a moment where you were maybe sat on a nice beach having a drink, just really realised the magnitude of what you and the guys had done?
Yes, definitely, and I think it was important also to reflect the time a little bit, because during this long and exciting journey there's no time for analyzing and reflecting. You just have to function and to work each and every day, and it's important after a short break also to overthink everything a bit and to analyze what went right and what went wrong. So if I'm honest, most things went right in the last season, and but it's always important that you ask yourself, okay, what's the next step, and how can you develop further on this squad, this club, and also in an emotional way to handle everything, that you're then really relaxed and calm down and prepared for the next season. Is quite important, because we will need all energy and all motivation again in order to climb the next big mountain, and that's the target for this season.
As a person, though, you don't strike me as somebody who really reflects too long on whatever the previous achievement was. It's kind of, okay, that was great, we enjoy it at the time, we celebrate it, but then you move on. I mean, is that you as a person, would you say?
I value what we've achieved, and we all know that you can't take this away at any point during all the lives of all the lads who were involved. So we've done something historical, that's for sure. But it doesn't make sense right now just to sit on the chair and enjoy yourself too much. So we can do this when we're a bit older and retired and sitting on the sofa. I told the lads, listen, the time as a football player, when you're 17, 18, you think, okay, you're playing during all your life, but if you're really honest, there are just a few seasons when you fight for something really special. And then after your career, hopefully when everything works with the health or whatever, you're sitting 50, 60 years on the sofa, and I mentioned really invest during this time when you are involved really everything that there are no regrets after your career, that you think, okay, I could have worked or invest even a bit more during this time. And that's the same for me. So it's not like I'm overly overwhelmed from my emotions or what right now. So we want to go further on and want to create the next thing. And of course we know that one day there will be time to sit down with a nice tea or coffee or perhaps a glass of wine or whatever you like, and we'll speak and think about this, and no one can take this away and won't take ever this away at any point in our lives. And that's a great feeling, but right now we are also still greedy to achieve something new extraordinary.
And as you say, the new challenge is the Premier League. But I do remember the night of the Blackburn game when you clinched promotion and you came in to do your media and you were soaked in champagne and the celebrations were in full swing. I think you were asked about, now you've got to face Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola, they're always the two people point out, and you said, no, if I do that I have to go and lie down in a darkened room, let me think about that later on. Have you had a chance to think about that and that type of challenge now?
Yeah, it's coming closer. That's for sure. And on the first game day, we have this massive task to face Liverpool in their first game after they won the Champions League title. So in the opener of the Premier League season, so the whole world will watch this game, and we have to deliver in this game. And of course, we're already thinking a bit about, okay, what can we do in tactical terms. Also, of course, as not so much at the moment about personal terms, but also what can we do in order to be successful in these games. And there will be some types of these games against the top class teams in Europe, and if you're honest, really they're one of the world best teams. And when you face Liverpool or Manchester City or Chelsea or whatever, so we know that there will be unbelievable tasks, and we even have to step up and to improve our level of performance. But that's a challenge, that's a task right now, and we're happy that we're allowed to face these challenges.
When you look and you see the last season, the two European finals, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, 4 English clubs, underlines the power maybe of the Premier League. Does that daunt you or the boys at all, or make you fearful in any way that is the scale of the challenge?
No, not fearful, respectful. So you always need respect, and we know that the Premier League is without any doubt the best league in the world. But yeah, we were also capable to handle the toughest league in the world, because the toughest league in the world also without any doubt is the Championship, and we were able to win the title on this level, and it was no coincidence. It was well deserved, and we take also the self-confidence out of this competition. And we know it's a different league like right now, and the level of performances will get even better of the opponents. But so do we. So our target will be to step up and to improve our game and our skills, and hopefully we can.
Talking about improvement, what do you feel as a head coach, and you must have given this a lot of thought now, do you need to be better at to what you were last season? Not that you were bad in any areas last season, because the table doesn't lie, but in the Premier League, where do you need to be better, do you feel?
In all topics, that's quite normal, because, for example, our pressing was outstanding in last season and was one of our big strengths and threats. But in order to press teams like Man City, for example, who are outstanding in their build-up, also with the individual quality, you have to be even a bit more detailed and a bit more precise, although in your structure against the ball, and we'll work a bit more on the small details. Or for example, in using counter actions. So it's more like on the higher level the teams save their possession a bit better, and also are better structured against counters. And for that we have to work on the details, how to be successful out of counters on this level. So it's more or less you can go through each and every topic, and in all contents we have to step up. And there's not just one special topic. So, but one thing is for sure. So we want to go further on with our same approach, and also try to bring our football, our Norwich City football on the pitch, because we want to stick to ourselves and to stick to our believings, and that's what we're trying to do.
Touched on the first game, and obviously it's Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, and towards the end of the season you were getting asked a lot about that game, and obviously you've been very successful as a German coach, and so is he. And you know full well between now and Liverpool there's going to be a lot more of those type of questions. Is that something that's maybe getting a little bit sort of annoying, that you keep getting asked about yourself and Jurgen, or do you just embrace it for what it is?
No, not annoying. So it's in general a good sign that you're mentioned in pretty close together with such a world-class club, such a world-class coach, and we're allowed to play on one level and to compete with each other. So it's not annoying. I know how the football business is. It's a special story. 2 German coaches and 2 coaches who worked for Borussia Dortmund, and everyone is a bit interested in the connection and the relationship or whatever. All I can say is I'm so full of respect for what Jurgen has done, and you know my attitude that quality is defined over performance in over long-term period, and this is exactly what Jurgen did at all his clubs, at Mainz 05, at Borussia Dortmund. Meanwhile at Liverpool he delivered with outstanding performances of his team, and so I'm full of respect of his career. But of course we want to be successful there as well. So all my fingers are always crossed for him, and also I wish him all the best, and he can win each and every game. Hopefully not the first game of the season, and also hopefully not anyone in February, I think.
Now, I get a sense that you probably, because your career paths haven't really matched, that you don't know maybe so well on a personal level, but have you tried to speak to him or any coaches who with Premier League experience, just to get a handle on maybe what you need to do as a head coach to prepare yourself? Is that something you've done over the summer?
No, not especially with Jurgen, because he was so busy also during last season, and the same situation was for me. So, and it's important also to think about something else than just football. But of course, even during this time, you try to reflect a bit, and also you speak to several people in order to get their feedback, and on this level, if you're honest, you can't speak with too many people, because we're speaking about the highest level of football, and there are not so many people who were involved on this level, but there are a few you trust, and with them of course you speak about several situations, and I feel really prepared also to help my team on a top level.
Reason maybe I asked that, not so much with Jurgen, but obviously on Friday you play Schalke, and managed by David Wagner, who is a guy who took a team out of the Championship and kept them there. Is he one you possibly will sit down and have a chat with at some point, do you think?
No, not in the recent weeks, but I've met David a few times, especially when I was in charge in Dortmund, and we had always good chats, and he's such a nice guy, and also was unbelievably successful during his first years at Huddersfield. But you can't compare the situation in Huddersfield with our way, so they are a bit different. Of course, there are a few connection points, and you will speak about this, and that's quite normal in the short chat, but it's more or less like in football, so many things in a special situation have to come together to be successful. So for that you have to be really focused and concentrate, because you just know all the details about your own club, and the outsider, for them it's sometimes difficult to understand the way of the club or the details who that are responsible. And for that it's always good to get some feedback and to get some recommendations, but you have to analyze also. You can't copy anything. You have to be really focused on your way, and that's what we will do also in the future.
Just a final point, because I can see obviously training's about to get into progress. Are you prepared in terms of the squad? Are you happy with the business you've done, given that it feels like you've been linked with about 500 players this summer, which if any of that was true, you would be getting very frustrated. But are you happy with the business you've done? Do you feel you've got a squad ready now?
Yes, definitely, because I can judge the situation in a realistic way, and of course as a head coach you always cry for more quality and more options, and we're not naive. We know that the more money you spend, probably the more quality you get, and then it's even a bit closer that you are able to stay in the league. But our way and our business was without any other options, because we had to pay for some dues in the past, and we also wanted to go further on in our way, to invest in the facilities and training ground, into our academy, and that's what we had to do. And we want to stick together with this group. We have so many amazing and exciting young players full of potential. It was also important that they committed to this club on a long term, and we didn't want to risk just for one transfer or two transfer our philosophy and our way. And even of course we could have said, okay, listen, we put the investments into the facilities, for example, a bit further away, and invest just in one player. But just to invest in one more player, or perhaps in two players, wouldn't guarantee us that we are unbelievably successful and win the Premier League title. So for that we stick to our plan and stick to our believings, and that's the reason we go this way. And I'm pretty pleased with the work Stuart and the board have done so far, and I trust my lads, and we try to get the best with these lads in the next season.